Welcome to our morning show today on WRCO. We have a busy schedule of events going on in the area. We'll talk about some of them, and we're going to kick off the show today talking about Richland County United Givers. And in the studio with us is a member of their board of directors, J.B. Muller. Good to have you in here today, Jay. How you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Good. I hear you have a birthday coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I'm leaving my 60s, and I'm just glad they're having that giant parade for me this weekend. So
hopefully they have the banner up, for you and everything.
I don't think it's going to be there, but yeah, I'm saying goodbye to my 60s and
good for you.
And enjoying every day, I guess, in retirement, well, semi-retirement.
This is what you do when you retire, though.
Yes,
you
yes, it
get
is.
involved in events, and you've been involved with United Givers for a little while, haven't you?
Yeah, I actually took the place of Carson Culver, who was a member, and he put my name in, and then I got a call from Harvey Bastian, and the rest is history. One thing you do when you retire, they find your phone number, and it's hard to find volunteers and stuff. So, but I do it. I'm glad to do it, and I enjoy it.
Tell us about the goal of this year's drive.
Well, first of all, I like to start out with just a little. This year, 2024, our goal is around. I got it here somewhere, but I like to start out. Our goal is 39,000. I like to start out with a little word about Harvey Bastian, who passed away. Who spent endless hours, efforts, contributing to the mission of United Givers. Words cannot express our gratitude towards the dedication he gave us. And I'd like to get a personal note here. Not only did I work underneath him at United Givers, he also was my boss at Allen Bradley. Harvey was a class act, and he knew how to get people to donate. He ran a well-organized ship, and his endeavors have helped a lot of people, and he left meticulous notes, since he was an engineer, on how we can form a better organization going forward. And always look at it this way. A measure of a person is that when he's born, does he leave this world a better place than what he found it? And I think Harvey filled that bill wonderfully. And we're going to carry on his good work as we go into a 2024 campaign.
Well said. That motivates you even more then, Jay.
Yes, it does. It's just that I know that he's gone and stuff like that, but actually he lives on through his wonderful leadership.
So you're off and running here with what is there a deadline for the goal?
Normally what we do, we're starting putting up posters and putting on our brochures. If you find our brochure somewhere out there, take a look at it, because it has a lot of information on just exactly what our goals are and what organizations that we represent. And the biggest thing is that we go through December, and then normally we issue the checks to the organizations that have been selected, which this year there's 19 of them, and then we present the checks to them in January. The thing what's unique about United Givers is that there's 19 charities under one umbrella. And I'll tell you why that's really important, because when I was elected to an alderperson in Richland Center, Wisconsin, I made a campaign pledge that I would donate part of my aldermatic pay to selected charities. And I kept that promise. Write that down. I kept that promise even after I left office in 2016. Well, so what I did, I chose these charities, and I would cut them a check every month. And so when I went out of office, I thought, I'm cutting 4 different checks. Why don't I just cut one check that covers all the charities that are underneath United Givers? So it's kind of like a supermarket of charities. And the charities spend most of the majority of the money that we bring in for United Givers stays within our county, the majority of it. Sometimes, like the Rolling Rock Rescue and Muscatine EMS, those may not be directly in the county, but they give Richland County mutual aid. And a lot of our organizations that we represent are synonymous and directly pointed towards the county, Richland County. It's such as Passages was one of my charities. A new one this year is Lydia's House. This is the first time they've applied. I used to do intake for Lydia House for many years, And it's a homeless shelter that helps people in transitional housing here in Richland Center. And they do a lot they help a lot of people because there are homeless in our area. And also, too, one of the other charities that we represent, that I used to represent and was on the board for 19 years, is the Richland County Food Pantry, which Jerry Bauer, I think, was here yesterday. They are in need and stuff, and their numbers have grown. And with that comes more financial burden. A lot of these organizations, the 19 that we represent, they use this type of year to set their budgets for the entire year. This is when they make their big push to last all year round. So, because we not only help people during this time of year, we help people all year round. And these 19 organizations cover everything from people with disabilities to homeless people to people in need to mentoring for teenagers. We help with aging and disability, ADRC, and health and human services. We also go the full gamut of helping our animals like Richland Area Rescue and Ukuch Humane Society. And so there's a lot of, I hate to say it, bang for your buck, because United Givers covers a lot of these charities, and we choose them carefully. They're all nonprofit, which we are. There's nobody paid in our organization, so my income for this is absolutely zero, but the gratification of helping other people. So that's really helpful. And also, too, when you go to do your taxes and if you do itemized deductions, this way you don't have to list all the charities you give to. You just put United Givers and it covers the whole thing. And another thing, too, is you wanted me to mention this year, we're going to start with doing a little pledging. And pledging is a pledge to donate some money to United Givers, which covers a lot of stuff. And the way you do that is you go to a friend or you go to your fellow worker and say, that's a good organization. I'm going to pledge $20. And that starts a little snowball effect. And another thing we did this year, too, was that when we have a board that picks all the candidates that they have to put in an application, and what we do, we review there's a special subcommittee that picks the people that put in applications, and then we review that. This year we did, and there's a few of these organizations we actually granted more money to because of their numbers going up and because of the good work that they do. And you can, by making pledges and stuff, that makes us stronger so that we can catalyst into 2025, which, the years go pretty fast when you leave those 60s. But anyway, and you can actually mail us at Richland County United Givers at P.O. Box 228, or you can come online and donate through PayPal. Now, I'm not going to give you the www. Just Google it and you'll find us. But you'll notice that it says Richland County United Givers. That makes us synonymous to Richland County, as a lot of these organizations do. And like I said, that I know that the people that I help through the Bridge of Hope is an organization I started through outreach through St. Barnabas. I know that right now we're into helping over 300 clients, and our ages, that people that we help, and this goes too with all the other agencies and stuff, from brand new babies to 80 years old, to people that are in need. And there's people in need out there, and that's one thing that we all have in common. Richland County is one of the most giving counties for charity, and I've been on a lot of boards and stuff. They are the most giving county that I've ever witnessed, and I see it year after year after year. And what really boggles the mind, another one that is Salvation Army, is that of all the counties we're linked with, we're always in the top 5 for contributions for people in need. And the thing that gets me is that with all these charities that they teach their children how to give to people that are a little less fortunate. And that begins at home, and that's what it does in Richland Center. So it's a win situation in all avenues.
When these different recipients put in their requests, do they put in a certain dollar amount, or do they just apply, or how does it work?
They ask for a certain dollar amount, and that there's a lot of criteria. Number one, they're nonprofit, and they have to be organizations in that entity. Like, for example, I'll take Bridge of Hope as an example. I am sanctioned by the Diocese of Milwaukee, the Episcopal Diocese, which the bishop made the first donation. But I'm underneath what's called their vestry, which is run by the governing board of the church. I answer to them, so they keep the books, and then I have to present them every year with a report on who I've helped, what help has been given, and the demographics, which is very important, which keeps all the ages of the people. It's all done under strict confidence and confidentiality, but it lists all the ages so that we can kind of take a look at what our target services are being used. And the same thing happens for all of these organizations. They and most of these organizations don't have any overhead because it's all done by volunteers, just like United Givers. And I just want to mention our board of directors, which is the president is Jeannie Mariqueen. I hope I pronounce it right. Jeremy Hassel was supposed to be today, but he also let him get. I hope he gets well soon. And our secretary is Bonnie Richards. Our treasurer is Debbie Wirtz. And on the board of directors is Robin Corniff, Jay Muller, which is me, and Courtney Schwingle. So we got a wide variety of people in different positions that can help us make a success. Now, as always, with everything, we always could use board members because we all can't be like Phyllis Keller was and Gene Burkett, human dynamos for that long of a time. And so we always need members and stuff. So giving is very important, and it stays within your county, and it helps your neighbors and friends that might be in need.
Are you going to be ringing bells for Salvation Army this year?
Yes, we'll be ringing bells this year, and as always, my transfer to Florida didn't go through, so I'm stuck in the cold weather and stuff, but we do have heated stations, and I envy the people that solicit during the summer, but that's not to be. So, and then our season opens up November. And then when the kettles come out, the red kettles, and this correlates back to United Givers, when that red kettle comes out, all the money stays into Richland County. That sets our budget for the year. And so the Salvation Army said, even though you're receiving a check in January, which is the end of our year is the end of December, we'll waylay that and put it back to 2024 so we can use those funds in Richland Center. So, and it's when you give that dollar, you're helping your neighbor, you're helping somebody that might be 80 years old that might be having a problem making ends meet due to circumstances. You're helping newborns get their formula, diapers and stuff. And it's just a kind of like a short-term thing until they get back on their feet. A lot of time, illness takes people out of the work area, an unexpected injury. It happens to everybody. So these charities are set up to help them along their way.
Can you always use more bell ringers too, or how can
always can use more bell ringers because in December that process takes quite a long time. But usually I have to have my hearing checked because I have such ringing in my ears after I'm done ringing.
I bet you do. Jay Muller, our guest on WRCO Radio. So the goal at 39,000.
39,000, and like I said, people are generous, and it just goes a long way to. It's kind of like having an old Sears catalog in your house. You can just. You can go ahead and donate, and it goes to a lot of different charities that do a lot of good in Richland County.
I don't know if you mentioned them all, but did you want to mention those that are recipients this year?
Oh, sure, we can do that.
All right.
Let's start with the top of the list is Aging and Disability Resource Center, Bridge of Hope, Hornets Football Summer Camps, And if the brochures tell exactly, they give us what they need, and we supply it. Kinship at Richland County, Lone Rock Rescue, Lydia's House, which is a new organization that's been around for quite a while, Muscat AZMS, Ukuch Humane Society, Passages, Pine Valley Foundation, Richland Area Crime Stoppers, Richland Area Rescue, Richland Community Food Pantry, Richland County Children and Family Advocate Council, Richland County Health and Human Services, Riverway Communities of Hope, Salvation Army, Smith Woodland Hills, and the Union Kader Learning Center. We always take new recipients every year that ask for it, and that usually opens up a certain time of year, and you can apply online.
So the best way is to look for you online to donate, or they see you in person out in the community or something?
Well, yeah, we can do, and you can do that by the post office box, or and so we make it easy for you to send some money in and stuff. And another little caveat this year, the government has opened up the deduction part of your charities. Because of inflation, they've kind of opened that up a little bit. So if you donate and you get a slip from any one of these organizations, you're more apt to get a little bit more money back than what you did before. And like I said, when you itemize, hey, it's nice to put down one that covers 19. It's a win-win.
It works really well.
Yes, it does.
Anything else you'd like to add today,
No,
Jay?
that's about it. Just have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. And thanks for this weather. I remember back when I was born, back in 19...
You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, my grandkids. Horse and buggy days, right? No, not really. You're out of the will. But anyway, I remember back when I was a kid, this time of year, there was no leaves on the trees. It was the first weekend in October. It was always squirrel hunting season. Now look at it, it's kind of changed a little bit, but I'll take every warm day we can get.
Yes, we will. We're blessed with a nice weekend coming up, it looks like. So, all right. Well, thanks for all you do, Jay.
You betcha. You guys take care out there, and you take care.
J.B. Muller joining us from Richland County United Givers. Again, their goal, $39,000. They're supporting 19 organizations this year, and they hope that you can give generously during this time of year. We'll be back with more on The Morning Show in just a moment.